Welcome to my bathroom in the most unflattering light and paint ever. I'm finally doing my roots for you guys. So I'm going to show you my henna on my roots, even though I did a henna video before, just to kind of show you how I put that on, and then I'm going to be lightening it later on this afternoon. So my roots, they're not absolutely crazy. It's less than an inch, but I really hate when it starts to grow out like this, because when I put my hair up, it looks very dark, and I really don't like it. So I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I couldn't anymore. I got tired of looking at it, so we're going to go ahead and knock it out. One of the reasons why I like to wait until my roots get a little longer before I redo them is because I am using a bleach. I don't want to fry too much of my hair. Like, if I always do it when it's this long, like, my hair will I'm worried it's going to get over processed. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start out with the henna and get that on, and then we'll take it from there. This is actually incredibly difficult for me to do by myself. I really absolutely hate doing this.
There's a time in our lives we start again on writing our part. As the story goes on, it's the rule that we remember our lines. I know everyone would want me to say that I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm gonna live, I'm alright. I'm gonna die, it's alright, I'm okay. Lie, die, die, I'm gonna live, I'm alright. I'm gonna die, it's alright, I'm okay. Lie, die, die, there's a place in my head. It must be called the Super Motel. I can stay the whole night and think about the girl in her shell. I know everyone would want me to say that I'm not afraid.
Usually I use saran wrap, and I forgot it at the store, so I'm just going to use shower caps.
It's alright, I'm okay. Lie, die, die, I'm gonna live, I'm alright. I'm gonna die, it's alright, I'm okay.
So we're back in the bathroom. It's actually the next day. I decided that I didn't feel like stressing out my hair too bad yesterday by lightening it after I'd already done all the other stuff, but as you can see, my bangs are nice and red, and you can see some red through here as well. On my actual hair, it's hard to tell, but I can kind of see it in the light. But so I'm going to go ahead and section this and start the scary part. I want to go ahead and say that lightening or bleaching your own hair is very stressful. It's not like henna where, you know, if it doesn't come out how you want, or if you fuck it up, it's going to ruin your hair. Bleach will actually ruin your hair. I mean, if you do it wrong, you could melt your hair off. So if you do decide to lighten or bleach your hair on your own, do as much research as you possibly can ahead of time. Don't rely on any one source for all the information you need. Make sure you check a lot of different sources, and always make sure you read the instructions on whatever you're using very carefully. So my game plan is to pretty much do the quick parts first, so that they're the easy things, the things I'll be able to whip right through, and then pin those out of the way, and then do the harder part, which is the part that I can't see. I don't have foils or anything like that. This is not a professional type setup, and that takes way too long to do by yourself anyway. That's something that if you had help with, that'd be great, but since I don't, we're just going to do it this way. And this is the product that I use for my lightening. This will be my third time using this. I've done my whole head application, and then I've done my roots once since I originally lightened my hair. And it recommends a 20 volume developer with this, which is like a regular strength developer. It says to add 2 ounces of developer for every pouch, and I do this one pouch at a time. I don't mix it all together because I don't want it to lose its strength or get too hot or sit too long before I add it to my hair. So I use this to measure. It's just a little silicone cup, and this is the 1 ounce mark. And I'm just going to use the brush to mix it up. And how much you're going to need depends on you. I mean, I can't tell you how many pouches you'll need. Got 3. I think I mixed all 3 last time, and then I ended up dumping about half of the last one out. Gloves. If you can wait a couple days between your henna and your lightning, I would definitely do it. Depending on how sensitive your scalp is, this tends to itch very badly and sometimes burn a little bit if your scalp's not a little dirty. So if you could do that, I would definitely would. And make sure your hair is brushed.
That's the last I'll compromise before your perfect eyes. It's a dream that wakes you up. There's nothing like sleeping alone so much. You keep holding me back when I'm on my way. I could only forget if you let me stay. Then I'd leave when I want to give you some peace. But you couldn't believe there'd be times like these when I tell you the truth like I'm
After I've applied it mostly to the roots, I checked the perimeter of the section just to make sure I didn't miss any spots. So that would be here. And if I get a piece like this that gets too much, what I do is I kind of drag it through and pull off the excess. At the very least, or at the very worst, that's going to end up a slightly lighter piece of hair and it ends up looking kind of like a highlight, so I do not mind. And then I'll do my best to check the back part as well. I do have a couple mirrors set up so I can kind of see the other parts of my hair. So I feel around a little bit. And then I move over to this side because I want these to develop at roughly the same rates.
Believe there'll be times like that when I tell you the truth like I miss your touch. Oh, when you couldn't take that I left so much. There's no way I can stay in the home you left. There are things in my life that I can't accept. That's the last I'll compromise before your perfect eyes. It's a dream that wakes you up. There's nothing like sleeping alone so much.
Whenever I do my bangs, I just do all of them since I handed all of them.
I found a letter in the mailbox today, and I said thank you for your thoughts, but I'm done. I said that I would never.
And I do have a mirror set up, but I don't know how much it's gonna help me. It's still really hard to see.
I can't let this go.
And I'm gonna start at the bottom this time, even though it's kind of difficult.
I go crawling back.
Just because it'll be easier to lay the hair down that way as I do it.
Already taking everything. I'm going to Coney Island to have myself a dog and reminisce.
This is so fucking hard. You have no idea. Like, I can barely see it. I'm just having to feel around. This is the part that I really hate doing. I'm also gonna start using the brush less at this point because it's easier for me to feel where the seam of my hair is with my fingers.
I go crawling back to the city I love, 'cause it's already taken everything. Swallowing my options for release, and if it rains they might just disappear. I counted 27 birds up there today. I'm thinking that's why I still love it here. I'm thinking that's why I still love it here. I can't let this go, I'm on my way.
Where I hope and pray I didn't miss any big spots. Sometimes I'll just put my hair in a bag so it's not being held up against my head. And as you can see, this is pretty much ready, which is very nerve-wracking because I just finished the back. So this is the part that stresses me out very bad. Every time I do this, I don't want it to get too light. So basically I just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't feel too hot, which it doesn't, even though it's developing very quickly. And then I just rinse it I wait as long as I can, and then I rinse it out. So hopefully this doesn't get too blonde. So I'm all done, and I have to say my roots came out a little too light, which is disappointing because I would rather show you guys with it being perfect. In retrospect, I definitely should have done the back part of my hair first, which is what I did last time. I ended up with a lot of little blonde spots on here the first time I did it. And it's pretty light all the way around on the outside, almost blonde in some spots, but it's not bad. It's not fried, it's not crispy, or I didn't melt it or anything like that. Just, it got super, super light right through here, which is a little lighter than I wanted. I might go back over that with a henna, but it's not bad, as you can see. I mean, it's definitely darker down towards the ends. Actually, you know what? When I put it in the light, it kind of looks the same, doesn't it? I don't know. I guess it came out good. When I first rinsed it, I panicked a little bit because when I kind of had water over my head and I peeked out of the shower, and this was like so blonde it was see-through. I mean, it's super blonde right there. But I like it. I mean, it's still very, very pretty. There's, you know, some different facets to the color, so overall, very pleased, again, with how it came out. It's still a little frizzy from not being dry all the way, but you can see pretty much what it looks like. And the great thing about this is because I henna it first and then I lighten it, it's a permanent color. Since I originally did this, someone just texted me and stopped my video, sorry about that. So since I originally did this, I think it was in September, I'm not sure, I'd have to check the date on the video, it was somewhere very early fall, late summer when I did it. That was the only time that I've lightened or done anything with this. I've never touched this up, I've never adjusted the color, I've never put henna on it or more bleach or anything like that. So the color that I have is the color that it'll stay forever and ever until I change it. So that is the beauty of henna. One of the things that makes my color so pretty, and the reason I get so many compliments on it, is because it does not fade and I do not have to touch it up. I only have to do my roots. So that's kind of amazing. And honestly, if you wanted to, though I think it might be a bit of a pain in the ass, if you hennaed it and then lightened it and then hennaed it again, you would get more of a red color that you saw in the previous clip, like right before I lightened it. A lot of henna does oxidize to a brownish color, but it would still have that cherryish tone to it, which is really, really nice. But that's a huge process, hennaing, lightening, and then hennaing it again. But if you are patient and that's something you want, then it might be worth a try. I hope you guys found this helpful. Again, if this is something you're thinking about attempting, do your research first. Look at, read about all the products that you're thinking about using. Always follow the instructions, read the warnings, that sort of thing. You do not want to mess your hair up. If you melt it off, that's it, it's done. You have to grow it back out. So please, please, please be careful. I'm by no means a professional. I've never taken a second of school for this sort of thing. This is just my trial and error as I've learned how to do it by myself. I know if you're a DIYer like me, no amount of, go see a professional is going to make you go see a professional. You're still going to want to try it yourself, and I respect that. So just do your research, follow your instructions, read your warnings. You should be good. If you guys have absolutely any more questions, go ahead and leave those below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.